All right. Welcome, everybody. We are live once again in the beautiful downtown studios of Pinnacle Fitness 24/7. As you can hear, as always, we have a large crowd clapping for us in our illustrious studio. I feel like I'm actually doing some sort of an audio diary or an audio vlog from the depths of some sort of, pod, because it's been raining for almost 9,000 days straight.
Sure.
So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have another show to get my my opinion out. No, I'm just kidding. But to be able to get out there so that we can help everybody out in case you have any questions. We are live, so don't forget, if you are on the Spreaker app, to go down to that little corner down there and there we go, and to hit that chat button, or if you have our personal number, don't know how you would, but if you do, shoot us a text. Let us know you have any questions, because we do have a guest today who's going to bring us lots of information. So get your pad and pencils ready. That there, as always, is Brandon. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I just, I can honestly say, even though it's been raining for a million years, it was also extraordinarily hot for a million years. So,
I'm taking the rain.
Yeah,
the hot was too much for me.
I'm still digging it a little bit, but I'd really like a day of maybe 70 and sunny, and that's it. Between now and it becomes, sub-zero. So
it looks like the forecast is supposed to be that way next week, so there's end in sight.
And the funny thing about that is I'm actually going to be working out of Milwaukee next week, so it's probably going to be a blizzard. That's how it works. That's how I roll. So you're hearing a voice that's not normally with the big guy and myself. So today we have a guest from New Health, Kansas.
New Health, Kansas. That's correct.
And your name is still Angela.
It's still Angela.
Got
Angela Griffith.
And you're here today to talk to us a little bit about what you do. And I know we've had a little bit of a pre-interview, so we can flesh that out a little bit. I know your name, and I know that you're an RN. That's it. Just kidding.
It.
But no, give us a little background about yourself.
Sure.
Introduce yourself to the crowd.
Very good. So, as said earlier, my name's Angela Griffith. I am an RN. What I had in the past, I had worked at Stormont Vale. I'd worked in a variety of different places, but my other background is kinesiology, exercise science. So I have a lot that comes to the table for dealing with exercise, nutrition, that sort of thing, which kind of led us, my husband and I, to open up this clinic that we have. It's New Health, Kansas. We have a clinic here in Topeka. That's our main clinic, probably our biggest clinic, and the one we started with. We live here in town. And then we opened up ones in Manhattan and Lenexa in the last few years. So what we do at New Health, Kansas, we have a variety of services that we offer. Most predominantly, we offer a lot about weight loss, hormone replacement. We do a lot with injury, with PRP, stem cells. We do Medi-Spa things. We do a lot of different services that we do have, and we offer for a lot of different clientele. So.
Okay. So, sounds like you guys you're a one-stop shop for and I hate using this term, but for kind of modern medicine, for new neo-health type options, Now, a couple of things that I want to talk about, as somebody that I try to put myself into my first, a mindset where this is my first day in the gym for pretty much all of our talks. So I've got this information now. How do I access it? What do I do to get a hold of you guys? What do I do to how do I know I even need any of this stuff?
Sure, most definitely. I get those calls all the time. I am the first person you would talk to if you call our phone number and press 1 for new patient. And what I do is I try to welcome you as far as trying to figure out what it is that led you to call, and then kind of try to decipher what would be the best path for you. So for some, it's weight loss. Everyone wants to lose weight, or everyone wants to feel better. For some, it's hormone replacement. They just got things that are off for the last few months, and they're not sure what it is. Others, it's, I just want to maybe do some cool sculpting, which is a way to remove excess fat in different areas through a freeze machine sort of thing. So,
sounds pretty space age.
Yeah, it's very space age. So really just give us a call is the best way. I do lots of phone consults. I do in-house consults too, just to make a person feel more comfortable. I'd rather bring somebody in and make sure they feel comfortable about what we offer, because it is something that's new and out of the box. It's not your regular doctor's office. It's not get on the scale, what's ailing you, okay, here's a prescription. It's more of a what's going on, let's try to find a background, maybe we do some lab work for you. It's just kind of a step process to figure out what we can do to help optimize you, make you feel better about you being you, whether it's changed or whether it's something that's new. We want to make sure that we get you feeling better, get you, work hard, play hard, that sort of thing, everything to make you better.
So, sounds, sounds an awful lot like, so let me backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need a doctor's referral?
No, you do not. That's a very good question. You do not need a doctor's referral. Their main reason being is that we don't accept insurance. Most of our services aren't covered real well by insurance, which I know turns off some, but at the same time, you go to your regular doctor, they're going to probably, lead you down a path that may not be, getting to the end result that you want, whereas we, I think, truly listen and try to find a path that will be best beneficial for you.
Sure. So, and I'm going to ask this question because this is probably a question you might get. So how do you know if I have hormonal imbalances?
Sure.
There's got to be a way, right?
Sure. So there's symptoms, but there's also labs that we can do. We treat based off of symptoms and lab results. So if your labs are on low normal and you have the symptoms, that's something that we can definitely treat or look at treating. As far as symptoms, it really just depends on the patient, male versus female. A lot of it is low energy, loss of mental clarity, inability to lose fat mass or inability to gain muscle mass, low libido, low energy in general. So there's a lot of different symptoms that can be related. So we want to make sure that we examine all those symptoms, because we want to look at it as a whole person, not just we want to fix this portion or this portion. It's probably all related.
Sure. And your staff you've got a nice large staff that have many different backgrounds.
Exactly. So we have a couple of nurse practitioners as well as a couple of nurses, RN and LPN, and then we also have the esthetician, which does more of the injections of the aesthetic or medi-spa things. And then Dr. Griffith, our medical director, oversees it all, and depending on whoever is available is who you will see and have a similar path. And
so I guess that's where I'm trying to lead us down, is that you guys have people that are clinically certified to be able to find those actionable levels and handle it.
Exactly. We've all been trained. We went to hormone class. We went to different courses to get certified in different areas. Like my staff just went to an ultrasound class about injecting in knees and whatnot. So they've all had a lot of good background, as well as they've had a good background coming into us from something just standard medical care, ER, or whatever it is, that they've had a good background coming into us. They can handle situations very well.
I'm going to kind of bounce to a different direction here. Why do we get fat?
Typically over consuming of calories. I mean, in versus out is an easy answer, but at the same time, some patients have thyroid issues that we can definitely look at. Just boosting your metabolism as we age. After the age of 30, we start declining in production of hormones, whether that's thyroid hormone, testosterone, estrogen, male and females. We both have both of those. And that can lead to us maybe even slowing our metabolism, but also not having the energy or the want. We get this listlessness of, well, I don't really want to take care of myself or whatever, and it just is a spiraling effect that goes into, I don't want to work out because I feel fat, but I need to work out, but I can't because I'm fat. And
it's a cycle. And and a lot of that feeds into one another too. If you tend to work on one, other things kind of start falling in place. I've been described by friends, close, personal, dear friends, as I've been called like a meatball with legs, right? So let's say
didn't know where you were gonna go.
Yeah. So So I stroll in there and I'm like, hey everybody, I'm a meatball with legs. I'd like to lose some weight.
Sure.
What type of program do you have?
Sure. So anyone that calls or contacts me and they would like to lose over, let's say, 20 pounds, that's just an average, we do a Jumpstart weight loss program, typically called the HCG diet. What HCG is it's the pregnancy hormone. It frees up fat in your body in order to feed yourself. So people typically lose a half to a pound per day. Over the course of 6 weeks, we're looking at 20, 25, 30 pounds. So a lot of times people just need a jump start. They need something to get started,
Sure.
and they've already got good habits, whether that's nutritionally or exercise, and both, definitely go hand in hand. But they may have a good, path set up. They just need something to jumpstart them to get them back on track.
You could just get pregnant. That might be easier.
Yeah, try that
I
one.
might get for me, that might be easier to lose the meatball look and become more of a nice Italian sausage look, just svelte and straight up, straight down, no roundness.
It's not going to work.
No.
Not gonna work.
So what?
Shoulders are too big.
What I'm computing in my mind here is I'm hearing help for lipolysis, glyconeogenesis, and stuff like that. So are we talking? Are you leading us down a keto route?
So, HCG kind of turns your body into a ketotic state,
Sure.
but it's not the same keto diet, meaning we're not consuming high fat. We're decreasing your carbs. So if we're going to use HCG, that's going to be using your fat calories that you already have and using those for fuel instead. So people will typically burn about 2,500 to 3,500 calories a day while on the diet, but they're only going to be consuming around 500 to 700 calories a day, which we understand, that's a calorie restriction and not something we recommend long term or without the use of HCG, but it's a way for your body to free up fat and turn into that ketotic state
Sure.
without having high fat.
Does every process start with blood work?
Not necessarily. A lot of people, they're considered fairly healthy individuals, come in, maybe they've had a physical in the last year, but we do a quick physical on them, as well as get them in with height, weight, blood pressure, those sorts of things, and then go from there. Typically, we like to do lab work maybe within the first 8 weeks or so. And oftentimes that can be ran through your insurance, so some people, want to use their insurance where they can. So we can send them to Quest Diagnostics or
Sure.
wherever their insurance
Okay.
covers.
Yeah, Quest is pretty well known. Do you provide any sort of dietary advice or anything for people that want to lose weight, along with
Yeah.
obviously the interventions?
Most definitely. So we do HCG, but we also do just nutritional counseling and guidance. Maybe we could also prescribe an appetite suppressant to help out, intermittently. A lot of times people like to have something on board to help with the cravings you may have, or just, what you're exposed to at your work, or what you're exposed to with the holidays, or what you're exposed to with your kiddos. Just helps kind of curb that. So we offer nutritional counseling, and whether that's after HCG or before or during, the 500 to 700 calories on HCG, it's everything's spelled out for you.
Sure.
It's like proof, you won't fall off the wagon because this is what you're supposed to do and that's how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
And then after that, we talk about adjustments, making sure that it's something you can handle, because we all want to lose weight, and if we can lose it, great, but we want to maintain it. So
Yeah.
we talk a lot about that.
Absolutely. Maintenance is the key because
Right.
if you're not, anybody can lose weight. Well, I don't want to say that. Generally speaking, anybody can lose a chunk of weight and then go back up.
Sure.
But maintaining that low weight is what's going to ultimately lower,
Risks.
heart disease, diabetes, all that stuff.
Exactly.
And that's the key, yeah.
Yeah, we find patients all the time that are able to come off of their blood pressure medicine or their even insulin if they're diabetic, type 2 diabetic, or a lot of different medications